proud of me. Nobody had to tell me to do it today. That's great. We are on topic 20 of the 24 topics of the Millionaire Real Estate Agent. Exciting. And today we are going to talk about the goal to action 20% system. If you're following along at home, I'm on pages 255 through page 258. So let's just dive in and get started. At the top of page 255, Gary shares, to be successful at high levels, words matter. He did not say to be successful at mediocre levels or average. He said at high levels, being focused is the only way to be. And remember, nobody is naturally focused. No one. So for those of you who have a limiting belief that focus is an issue for you, first of all, it is. It is for everybody. I think the entire population of the United States has ADD. And that's probably true in every other country of the world. And you can still be focused. Now, he goes on to say this is a very simple 4-step process that can give your business the focus it must have to achieve big. So the other aha that I'm getting is not only do I need to be focused, my business needs to be focused. And the question that I would ask is, what does that look like? What does it look like to have a focused business? Well, I'm going to answer that question. Step 1. Write down your key goals and the action steps to achieve them. So I know you're at home taking notes. I can see some of you writing. And I should see the top of everybody's head right now. That means you're writing. Step 1, write down your key goals and the action steps to achieve them. Step 2, allocate time in your personal calendar for all the action steps you need to accomplish to achieve your 20%. In other words, time block for your 20%. Simple. Success is simple. Step 3, if time permits, work to get as many of the 80% tasks done after your 20%. Two very important parts of that statement. If time allows, work on your 80% after your 20% is complete. So what that says to me is until my 20% is complete, everything else is a distraction. Until my 20% is complete, everyone else is a distraction. Step 4, create a daily planner that puts it all together on one sheet of paper. Create a daily planner that puts it all together on one sheet of paper. In other words, something like that. Now, good news is I'm going to share my screen and I'm actually going to show you how to do this. This is fascinating. I need to move this bar over here. I need to move your picture so I can see what I want to look at. Yes, I know my Facebook is a mess, or my email is a mess. You don't want to see that. Oh, I want to go over here. Oh, there I want to go. I want to go down here. I got this, I think. Yeah, I do. Okay, so cool. We're going to start at the top of the sheet of paper. Name, Rockstar Realtor. That's you. Date, that's today. And what are my goals? Grow my listing inventory. Grow my listing inventory to 20 active listings. Typo there, by the way. I like the word listing so much, I wrote it down twice. Grow my listing inventory to 20 active listings with 40% going under contract every month. That's my one goal, to grow my listing up inventory to 20 active listings with 40% going under contract every month. That means I have 8 new listings a month and 8 properties going under contract every single month. That's my goal. Now, When do I want to accomplish this goal by? By the end of the first quarter. So I have 2 more weeks in October, all of November, all of December, and January, February, March to grow my listing inventory to 20 active listings at all times, with 40% going under contract. Now, what are the action steps? Number 1, build my database to 200 Met contacts. In the very beginning of the book, Gary Keller shares, build a database. That's step 1. Build my database to 200 Met contacts. The next step in that formula is feed it every day. That means I'm going to add 1 new person to my database daily. The third step in that formula is communicate with your database in a systematic way, which we're going to get to next. So the second item on my action list is a 36-touch SMART plan to my sphere of influence. So those 200 contacts that you have in command, you're going to put all 36 of them or all 200 of them on a 36-touch. Boy, I hope they fix this Facebook, this Zoom thing, Victoria, this talking, reading my notes, looking at all of you, and admitting people from the waiting room. Holy cow. Oh my gosh. It's crazy. All right. So number 3, I'm going to make 20 contacts a day. That means I'm going to have 20 real estate conversations every single day. Number 4, I'm going to add 1 new Met to my database daily. Feed it every day. That means I'm adding people to my database. Number 5, I'm going to write 5 handwritten personal notes every single day, and I'm going to mail those to people that I speak to that day. So remember, if you're having 20 conversations every single day, you have 20 opportunities to write a handwritten personal note every day. One of the comments that I hear, which is interesting, is, John, who do I write those personal notes to? Well, the people you talk to. You're talking to 20 people a day. There's an opportunity to write 20 notes if you wanted to. By the way, this is powerful. I'm not giving you anything on the action list that isn't going to make a difference. This is going to make a difference. Number 6, I'm going to circle prospect 100. I'm going to make 100 circle prospecting calls every single week. Number 7, I'm going to schedule 2 face-to-face appointments every single day. I'm going to schedule an appointment with someone who is thinking of buying a home or someone who is thinking of selling a home. I'm not going to go home until I've scheduled 2 appointments every single day. And then number 8, I'm going to create a follow-up system that is systematic, and I am going to follow up forever. Okay, I'm going to stop share, or let me see if I know how to do this. Yeah, I do. Cool. Let's just hope that I open the right picture. Nope, went to the same one. Let's go to this one. So the next thing I want to do is, going back to what Gary said, is create a daily planner that puts it all together on 1 sheet of paper to maximize your focus. There it is. And guys, I want to stop for a moment and just have a conversation with you about having your calendars on your phone. I get it. I understand. It's technology. You guys would tell me, John, adopt technology, quit using a paper calendar. And ideally, I want you to get to account. I'm admitting people, guys. I want you to get to a calendar that you can see the entire week at a time, like this. Not just 1 page, but the entire week. You can keep using your electronic calendar, guys. I'm not going to tell you to stop doing that. I get it. However, I also want you to have something that you're looking at every day. I want this in front of you as a daily reminder of what your focused business looks like. Gary says on page 255, allocate time in your personal calendar for all of the action steps you need to accomplish to achieve your 20%. Well, if we go back and we look at the action plan, the goal to action plan from the previous picture I just showed you, everything that I listed, all 8 items that I listed in that action plan are in the calendar that you're looking at. I also want you to know that every single day starts with pink time and every day ends with pink time. And pink time is me time and family time. I work my business around my family schedule, not the other way around. You work for a company, if you're with Keller Williams, who has a mission, vision, values that states God, family, then business. And the most important word in that statement is then. So I work my business around my family time, not the other way around. So every morning starts with personal growth, that I am going to role play my scripts, because that's one of my 5 things that is part of my 20%. Then I have 3 hours blocked for lead generation. Lead generation means 20 contacts and 2 appointments scheduled. If I don't talk to 20 people and if I don't schedule 2 appointments, then I didn't lead generate. Now I have appointments. I'm zooming in when I could just look at the book here. Hold on a second. I have appointments from 1 to 2 o'clock and from 2:30 to 3:30. I did give myself an hour to work on my 80%. And then I've also blocked an hour to work on database management, return calls, and emails. And at 6:30, I'm home. My phone is off, my computer is off, and I'm literally hitting a switch that says done, which means I'm not working anymore. My day is over. That's a focused business day. And I can put a check mark next to it and say, mission accomplished. All right, talk to me. Ask me questions. Have a conversation with me.
Hi. The orange, I didn't understand what you have in your calendar.
You didn't understand what was in there?
4:30.
You got it. So from 4 to 4:30 was 80% task. So those are the 80% items that are not part of your 20%. Doing a search for a new buyer, setting a new buyer up on a property search, entering a listing into the MLS. If I don't have an administrative assistant or I don't have leverage, I am the administrative assistant. I am leverage. So I have to block time to do that.
Oh, I got it. Okay, thank you.
Absolutely. So Clarissa, is there a writable PDF for figure 11? Absolutely. Go to Keller Inc. All of these documents are in Keller Inc. KELLERINC. Talk to me, guys. Don't make me read all your comments. Actually talk to me. I love that you guys are putting comments over here in the chat section. And Victoria, you're so awesome. Victoria actually took notes for you guys. Stop doing that, Victoria. Make them work.
So, John.
Talk to me. Hello.
So, hi, it's Nadine. I will say that my productivity is directly correlated to what my calendar looks like. So on weeks when there were weeks when I literally maybe would have 3 days where nothing was written down except, nothing in my 20% was written down. So nothing got accomplished. And that the saying that if it's not on your schedule, it doesn't exist is really truer than true. If there's one truth out there, that's it.
Totally agree. I had a coaching appointment with somebody yesterday at 12:30. The only challenge with that is it wasn't in my calendar.
Yep.
And then I get a call later in the day asking me, where were you? Well, I was in a training for leadership with the entire South Florida region. And if it would have been in my calendar, I would have called that person and rescheduled the appointment. But because it wasn't in my calendar, it didn't even do that. I just stood them up.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not okay. If it's not in your calendar, it doesn't exist. By the way, think about that for a moment, because if your family is important to you and you have children, you have 20% with your children as well. So sitting on the couch and watching TV while your son or daughter plays on the floor in front of you is not 20% time. Taking your son fishing, reading a book to your daughter, that's 20% time. Put it in your calendar.
So I had an aha. I've resisted getting the paper calendar, even though I am basically a tree killer. I do love paper. And I finally got the calendar, like the way John said, and been marking it. And I've been more accountable to my numbers, being able to highlight my appointments in green and being able to see there's a bold law, don't mistake movement for achievement. And being able to see, that I'm accountable to my weekly numbers has been very helpful, because just having everything here, I could just, be in my 80% as opposed to my 20%.
Absolutely, Victoria. So the goal here is to have a focused business, to have a plan, to be able to see that plan and know what you're doing. And if you're driving down the road, would you drive down the road with your eyes closed?
Absolutely not.
Hopefully not. You're looking out the window so you know where you're going. Well, your business is the same thing. Why would you run your business day without looking where you're going?
And people often, especially when they start getting into the business or they start getting busy, they find they don't have time for family and stuff like that. And just like we train people, it's you have to set your appointments, and your appointments include your family time. So when you go to your schedule and somebody says, "Hey, can I meet you at 6 o'clock at night?" It's like, "No, I'm sorry, I've got another appointment then."
There you go, Michael. There you go.
Got to do that.
There you go. And show your family.
Mm-hmm.
Lacey's 19 now, right? Lacey has her friends she's hanging out with. However, when she was younger, I would show her my calendar every week, Michael, and I would show her in my calendar, the first thing that was written in my calendar was Friday afternoons. I finished work at 1 o'clock, and from 1 o'clock until it was time to go home was Lacey time. And it said that in my calendar, Lacey time. And it was highlighted in pink. And I showed her every single week. This is your time.
Hey, John, I was sharing in the chat room, there's a thing called Rocketbook. And Victoria, this is right up your alley. You could stop killing trees. It's got a special pen that you can just wipe it off. It's like a dry ink, and it wipes it off. And it's got calendar in here, and you're able to not only have it on paper version, but then save it to your computer as well. It's a really great book. It's called Rocketbook.
I love that.
Thank you. Love that.
I love it. So iPhone wants to know what's the difference between 30% and 80%. So it's actually 20 and 80. And I'm sorry for calling you iPhone, but that's your name in the chat. And in business, your 20% is lead generation, face-to-face appointments with buyers and sellers, taking listings, negotiating contracts, practicing and role-playing your scripts. 80% is everything else. Now, in your family time, you have a 20%, you have an 80%. 20% is reading to your son, taking your daughter fishing, going out
That was good,
on a
John.
date. Was it?
Yeah, that was really good.
What did I do?
You took your daughter fishing that time. So
Oh, she loves to fish. Yeah, I get it. I'm not putting somebody in a box based on,
That was good.
yeah. Yeah, I'm growing, I'm learning. Going out on a date, 20% with your spouse. If it's not your spouse, that's called cheating. And that's not 20%. Oh, I'm going to get in trouble for that. Okay. By the way, every single part of your life has a 20%. Faith, 20%. Read, for me, read the Bible. Pray and meditate, 20%. Physical fitness, 20%. You actually have time blocked to exercise, 20%. Going for a walk around the block, not 20%. You're just going for a walk around the block. All right.
Buying sneakers, 80%.
I think I overkilled that. All right, it's 8:27. Give me a couple of ahas and we're going to check out and get to work.
I love your t-shirt, John.
Thank you. Thank you, Jada.
I have an aha.
Talk to me.
I was not aware that lead generating, going on appointments, and negotiating deals was 20%.
Wow. Now you are?
Now that I'm present to that, I'm just like, it's just simple. It's just simple.
You know, it's a good thing that it is, because I never would have achieved everything that I've achieved if success was difficult, Tamika. I'm just not that smart. If it was difficult, I couldn't do it. Thank God it's simple. I am simple enough that I can read this book and say, I believe everything in this book, and I'm going to plug and play. I'm just going to plug it in and go.
I like that. Plug and play.
There you go.
So my aha, John, when you said that, is I have lots of friends in the biz and they always talk about what shiny new object is coming at them. And I have found that those people that are constantly doing that have not even really read through this once, even though they've been part of us for a while. And one of the best things that a coach did for me years ago was made me read this MREA every week. Like I read it 10 times in this short amount of time every week, and cover to cover. And yet I still have ignored it for a long time, but at least I was aware of it and would implement parts of it. And now I'm to the point where, okay, I need just to be implementing every step of the way and use it as my business Bible. So
there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. So Lucy made an appearance on Survive to Thrive. That's good. We can call it a day. It's not a day until Lucy shows up. And time to get to work. What is work? Work is 20 conversations. It's not 19. It's not 18. It's not 17. It's 20 conversations. The purpose of those conversations is to build relationships. They're care calls, not sale calls. And our goal is to get one appointment, add somebody to the database, get one referral every single day, and get face-to-face with someone today that's thinking of buying a home, someone who's thinking of selling their home. Enter them into your follow-up pipeline, create a systematic follow-up plan. In other words, a SMART plan. Don't forget that phone calls are a part of that SMART plan. Emails, text messages, Facebook messages are all awesome, but without a phone call, it's not going to work. Once they're in that pipeline, follow up. Follow up forever. Follow up forever means rejection, and no is not a word that lives in your vocabulary. No just means not yet. And make it a great day.
Thank you, John. You're the GOAT.
I will see everybody tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Don't forget, we do not have a call on Friday. So I will, what is today?
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Okay, so tomorrow is our last day this week. right? And finishing my Keys walk this weekend, super excited. Be walking down Duval Street between 8:30 and 9:30 in the morning. Yes,
John,
yes.
John, your double listing that you wrote only meant that you doubled down.
Love that, Carolyn. Thank you. It's my subconscious took over and just knew listings are that important. You better write it twice. All right. Make it a great day, guys.
Thank you.